Hello everybody, I am Dr. Sunanda Yadav. I am going to deliver the lecture on COVID-19. What is COVID-19? It is a virus. Actually, as shown in the figure, we have seen that it has outer shell. It looks like a spike, and inside that spike, that is called as a protein cover. And inside that protein cover, the RNA, that is the actually virus is located. Just now, see what is the COVID-19? Its introduction. Now, there are 1.5 million viruses in our world life. Actually, viruses are not the living things just like our human beings or our animals. They are not alive. But they hijack living things to reproduce their only replicate cells. When viruses actually jumps from animal to the human, it is called as zoonotic virus. Before that, in the year 2002, there will be the virus named as SARS. And in 2012, it is also there will be the MERS virus. Virus can be just as destructive as bomb or missile. The official name of why this virus SARS-CoV-2 is COVID-19. Its corona-like structure just now we have seen here. The outer layer is like a corona, crown-like structure, and hence that is the crown-like spikes are there, and therefore it is called as corona virus. And it is actually that virus has existed in December 19 in the city of Wuhan in China, and therefore it is the World Health Organization named it as COVID-19, and it is pandemic, epidemic that is only for a certain region, a pandemic that is all over the world. What are the causes of this disease? The disease causes are simply the disease spread through droplets. That is when we sneeze, when we cough or speak, then that droplets can directly enter in the eyes, nose or our mouths. Then the virus can also live for a lot of surfaces, that is metal surface, plastic, the paper, for hours, for days. So people can pick it up when their hands can be rubbed on the corresponding surface. Once the air get inside our body, the spikes of this coronavirus act as a key that is locking into the proteins. It is locked into this is the protein cover, and the actually the virus is locked inside this cover. But when they enter in our body, that key opens, that is protein covers can be immersed, or that can be that protein cover naturally got that is melt or that is immersed, and then the found outside the many of the human cells, and then directly it can enter into inside the nucleus of human cells. Once that protein shell is broken, the virus gives the cell instruction, because that virus, that is RNA actually, it is not live. But when it has possessed the entry in the nucleus of our human cells of the human body, then it gives the instructions to our cells to produce more copies of itself. It replicate. In this way, the virus can cause the lifespan period we can detect after 14 days. So that after replications, the symptoms are simply the fever, cough, fatigue, just like our cold, we are shivering from the cold or cough. The same symptoms we can go through. Also possible symptoms there are the shortening of breath, sore throat, loss of appetite, diarrhea, loss of smell, lack of taste. Number of cases thus increasing exponentially, doubling every several days. Who are the people which are at high risk? People who have traveled from other countries in the last 14 days and other states like China, Italy, which have gone through this problem, they can carry the virus and can spread the disease. So that what are the precautions measure? First precaution measure is social distancing because the virus has a very small has the large size as compared to the air spread molecules. That is, it is naturally about 100 nanometer to 120 micrometer. So that is 120 is large, so that it can't spread through the air, but it can spread when the other people or other living things come in contact within a distance of 1 meter. So there must be, we have to keep a social distancing beyond 1 meter. Another the precaution is that stay at home because we don't know who is carrier for the virus. So the precaution is that we have to stay at home. Avoid physical contact like handshakes, hand holding or hugs and avoid touching surfaces such as tabletops, metal rod, chairs, door, handles, etc. What are the practice good hygiene? Wash your hands frequently using soap or water. After coming home from outside or meeting with other people, especially for ill people, the precaution is that we have to wash our hands using soap. What is the use of this soap? Because that protein cover that actually the virus kept protected inside that protein cover. That protein cover can be dispersed, that can be removed with that foam of the soap, and so that naturally then it is impossible to that virus to enter your body because it is removed. As we when the protein cover is removed, then it is impossible for him or it can't be go enter in our body. So the first precaution is wash your hand frequently with soap, water or material containing alcohol content. After and also always wear mask while sneezing, coughing or the that is the or touched with face. Before preparing food or going to plate the toilet, you have to use will be clean. That is cleanliness is very important. Use handkerchief. Do not spit in the public places. And the most important thing that is a virus, this virus only can enter to eyes, nose or mouth with unclean hands, and after that it can enter into the lungs by keeping 14 days period, that is it remains in the throat and after that it enters to the lungs, and that at that place when it enters its protein protective cover can be removed. Actually it is immersed, it can be then that virus goes to the nucleus of the cell and command to the cell to replicate, and that in this way it increases exponentially. So we have to what we have to do, that is anyhow we don't have to enter, that is forbidden its entry from eyes, nose and mouth. So don't touch your hand frequently or the unknowingly. You must clean your hands because the medium to go or enter that virus is through the touching hand to your eyes, nose, or that mouth. It directly can't go hand to The eyes, it is not airborne. It can go or it can transmit it only through the touching contact within 1 meter, or when we touch our hand to our face. And face is the entry point, not other body parts. Through other body parts it can be entered. The myths of that coronavirus can be transmitted that mosquitoes. No, facts is that it is not transmitted through mosquitoes. Everyone should need to wear mask. It is not necessary. The people who are ill or suffering from fever, cough, and the sneezing that have to wear the mask. The spread. Another myth is that only people with symptoms of COVID can spread the disease. No, infection in the some peoples are the carriers of COVID-19. So infection can be spread. Eating garlic, drinking alcohol can prevent the COVID. It's not true. That cannot prevent the COVID-19, that is the coronavirus. Actually, the graph, that is mortality rate by age. That is, here we have observed the age. The children's are little bit have effect, but as the age grows, the mortality rate increases exponentially. That is, it attacks for the old age people, which immunity is very less. The different countries which have confirmed the coronavirus disease have mentioned here. Thanks everybody for hearing me patiently. Thank you, Mooks.